I agree.
Right? Wouldn't that make it better, more interesting?
Maybe more fun.
So you just start by saying like what can fans expect from the new season?
New season. Okay. Well, like season 1 and 2, this is they're all so different from each other. Every season's been so different from each other, and season 3 is no exception. Obviously, because the table has turned completely. So, Nikita. What's interesting about her journey in this one is that she's definitely allowed more privilege than she's ever had. She's able to. She's not looking over her shoulder anymore. She's able to, have a dinner, go for a walk, to a coffee shop, and that's never happened for her. But on the flip side, which is exciting and new and what she wanted, and heading into the direction of actually having her own life. But I mean, the flip side to that is that she's got a boss now, which she's never had. She works for the government again, which is like that. So I think that's going to be a point of sort of headbutting for her and her new friend, Ryan Fletcher.
Psychologically, would it be weird for Nikita to be returning into division?
Totally. I mean, there's actually a line in the script where she walks in and she looks at Michael and she goes, "Yeah, I'm still not used to coming back here at all." So it's going to be where we redesigned division, which is nice. So they've done some reno. The government dropped some dough for some reno. But it's essentially, the bones of it are the same, but they've made it a little more, how can I put this, people friendly. It's less, I'm Percy, I'm in this glass box, and I look out at people running on treadmills, and that I'm training to kill people. It's it's not that. You're not going to see recruits training anymore. Obviously, they're not doing that anymore, and it's going to be sort of a more integrated environment, which is good.
Is that an influence on Nikita? She up this redesign?
Well, I think that going in, Nikita and Ryan's partnership is one of those things where we're not running an assassin agency here. We're trying to take down rogue agents who have gone offline and who are a threat. So this is our goal. It almost becomes a really cool-looking field office. Really, they're investigating. They're still going on missions, but it's a different dynamic.
How much action will there be?
A lot more this season, actually, which is really cool, because we've got all these badass guys coming on this season who are these agents that we're calling them. I don't know if Craig's actually said this. I don't know if this is official, but I think they're calling them like the Dirty 30. So there's like 30. I say guys, but I mean there could be girls in there too, which is very cool. But the Dirty 30, we're going after them, right? And these guys are crazy lethal. They don't want to be found. And because we've now got this element of different people that we know are coming for sure, we can decide on styles that we want them to be experts in. And so it's going to be a new challenge for Nikita and Michael, and that's going to be something very different for her.
Do you think one of with Owen coming back, that might be one of his intro into helping you guys claim 30-30?
We need him. I mean, one of the first things I said was, when are we getting Owen back? We need Owen because this is his specialty. He was a cleaner. He's one of the guys who tracks these guys down, and also one of the few guys who's capable of handling these guys once you find them. So Owen's essential for this season. He really is, and so is Ryan Fletcher. So I'm glad that they're both season regulars. It's super exciting.
You mentioned that they're coming after you as well as you was going out finding them.
I don't know that they're coming after me. No, I think that these guys do not want to be found. I think that they've dug out their trackers in the worst way, gotten offline, and just need to go, because I think they know that any loose end that is tied to division, the government will be looking to erase before they could actually clear the slate and move on. That's who they are.
Michael and Nikita had a few problems with their relationship in the second season, but it seemed to come together at the end.
Yeah.
Are we still going to see them, going strong and steady?
We had an even stronger sweeter scene at the end of the second season that got cut. TV, 42 minutes. So we're gonna see them we're gonna start out pretty strong. I mean, they're in a good place. Something's gonna happen in the first season. Sorry, in the first episode. They to happen, which is cool. No one's pregnant. It's fine. You know, I think slowly into the season, not too far in, there's going to be some obstacles, and they're not going to be obstacles that either of them have created. I think it's going to be. It's going to suck because, listen, Nikita's got a villain in this season that's unlike any villain that we've had. You know, Percy was basically had an agenda, and Percy's agenda was always his number one priority, and Nikita was something that got in the way. It was sort of like, when Nikita gets in the way, I take her out. That's it. There was no personal, like, I hate Nikita and she is my target and I want her dead. It was get in my way and you're dead. Other than that, I don't care. In fact, if you disappeared and I never saw you again, even better. With Amanda, this is pure hatred, vengeance. Amanda doesn't have any other cause. Amanda wants to hurt Nikita, and that involves, and hurting Nikita, as everybody knows, means hurting people around her. And that's not good for Nikita. And I don't think she realizes what's coming.
Are you waiting and hoping for the epic fight scene between you and Amanda? You know.
Yeah, we had a little taste of it.
You had a little,
we had a little taste of it. And Melinda was so great too. She was so. I thought it turned out really well. But I think for this, it's going to be a little bit more of the maneuvering sort of stuff. I think Amanda's going to be maneuvering big time against her. So I don't know how much FaceTime they're going to get, but we'll see. You know, it always changes.
What's the toughest action scene you've had to tackle with this?
With this show?
Yeah.
Feel free to use Exhibit A.
Yeah, exactly. Let me show you. Season 1, there was a sequence that I did, I think it was like episode 11 or something, and it was when Nikita gets captured and she's back in Division. She escapes, and there's a action scene where sort of the lift doors open and she's on the training floor of Division, and there's like 30 recruits, you know, there that she's got to fight her way through to get to the other side. And I thought I was going to die doing that. I mean, we wanted it all in one take because I do my action, so I don't want cuts. You know, I'm always fighting not to have cuts if you can swing it. So we had tracks going across the whole fight, and the fight went from one room, it was like twice the length of this room, one side of the room to the complete other side of the room on a track. So we weren't cutting, we weren't doing bits. It was me doing this whole fight for like 7 days. And I honestly, there was a point where I was almost in tears, and the coordinator came over to me and goes, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I don't care, I'm so tired, I want to die." He was like, "Oh my God, just a little more, Maggie, a little more." It was exhausting. I mean, it was like, I can't even explain to you how hard it was.
Does it get easier now with time, like season 3?
I think that stuff like that's endurance stuff, right? And like to keep up endurance stuff, you have to train like a professional athlete, which I don't get the time to do. So all of a sudden I get this fight where it's like I need the endurance of an Olympic, athlete, and I'm like, really? So but I would say that my memory and my skill set gets higher. But I wouldn't say that it ever gets easy because I'm the hardest person on me. And if something is not good enough, I'm the first person who's going to say we need to up the level, make it better, make it stronger. If that involves it being harder, then so be it. But that's the level of quality I want to work at, and I don't accept anything less than that.
In the episode Wrath, when you were captured,
Yeah.
you were really amazing in that. How was that like to film that scene?
It was horrible. It was horrible. My friend Albert Kim wrote that script, and Albert is an incredible writer. But the thing that I really love about Albert, especially being a man, is he always has the heart of the story. It's always there. I never have to look for the heart of Albert's scripts. And mind you, I do go through scripts and go, I don't know how I'm supposed to be emotionally affected by this. We need to go through this again. And with Albert's scripts, I never have that. And when he wrote that script, he was actually in a bad place writing it because it was just so difficult for him to go there. And when I got it, I called him up and I said, I really need you as my friend on this episode. I need you to support me through this because I don't know if I can do this without a real friendship. And he was like, Maggie, I'm there for you. I love you. We're going to do this together. And we did, but there were times where, you know, I had to just, it was awful. It was really, really hard.
It was hard to watch, like your conversation with Michael. It was heartbreaking.
And the thing of like, what I love about their writing is that in that moment, you know, Michael comes in and he says all these heroic things about how much he loves her, and you know, and he saves the day. And you think that she's gonna go, oh my God, you're so amazing, you're here to save the day. And she's like, no, what are you doing? And she gets pissed, and you go, what? I didn't expect her to get pissed. And it was just this very, very, very dark side of Nikita. What I love about these writers is they're not afraid. You don't see that in hero characters. You don't see the fact that episode basically exposed the reality that Nikita really, really wasn't a good person. She wasn't always a good person, and there's a reason why she fights so hard against the demons, because they're there and they're real because she participated in this willingly. And it was kind of what Percy always talked about. You know, he always said, you know, this is in you. And she was always going, no, it's not. And then you have an episode where you're like, oh, she was. He was not joking.
So the first episode back.
Do you need a megaphone?
I think so. So the first episode back, you go to China, I think. Do you get to use any Chinese that, like, does it?
Oh, no.
No?
I don't know yet.
Does it say in the script?
I'm only halfway through.
Reading it?
I was like, you guys don't understand. I'm like taking every single hour of every day before we're back to just be like, I'm not working yet, just so I can recharge. It's been crazy, but I probably will. Knowing them, I'll probably be speaking Cantonese or something, some other such, you know, crazy hard language.
There's a dynamic that's going on between the male characters now that you've got Ryan back,
Yes.
Owen's coming back,
I know.
and Sean Pierce.
Yes.
You have a whole entire group here. What's your feeling for each character that contributes towards Nikita fighting division?
Honestly, you use the right word because it is contributes. You know, all these guys have a different, first of all, skill set, but they're also so different as people, which I love. Michael is a very sort of, you know, righteous, dignified human being who is in an authoritative position, which is great, and we need Michael in that aspect. You know, and he's kind of cute. And then you've got, you know, Devin, who was a rogue cleaner and somebody who brings in a much more hardcore action edge to what we're doing, and somebody that they need really to find the dirty, right? Then you've got Ryan, who is the level-headed sort of, you know, more administrative, more, listen, guys, we're going to do this right, we've got to save our reputations, but we've also got to sort of wrap this up, which I love about him, which is slightly and totally idealistic in the same sense. We're going to see Ryan grow also this season. We're going to see him get a lot tougher, actually, because Nikita's going to challenge him in a way that he's not going to like and that she's not going to like. So there's going to be a little bit of friendship building, but also just sort of business that goes down. And then you've got Sean, who is a lovely sort of addition, being Alex's love interest, number one, and then also, you know, being a really sort of, he's a good guy. Sean Pierce is a good guy, and I think he wants good things, and I hope that he sways Alex to want good things, because I think Alex, you know, wants to stay in the middle of the fight and whatever, but I think that, you know, Sean may sway her to want something else. Who knows?
Can we just get a quick shot for your fans from Hawaii?
Oh yeah? Oh my God, are you kidding?
I was the guy from Hawaii that interviewed you last year.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. I was going to wear the shirt that said can, no
Okay,
can.
oh yeah. Did you manage to find it?
I couldn't find one.
Maybe they made it.
I'll make one next year when I see
Why don't you make one?
Okay.
Why don't you make one and then we'll wear it together, and this is my friend Grace, she's from Hawaii too.
Oh really?
Local girl.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.